Losing heat or hot water can become dangerous, but if you're a renter, what can you do? Joining us now with what tenants need to know during this stretch of brutal cold, Josh Cucchiaro. Josh, good to see you. Josh is from the City Department of Housing Preservation and Development. And Josh, thanks for taking a couple of moments for us. If a tenant should wake up without heat or hot water, first thing they should do, I'm assuming, pick up the phone and call the super.
Yeah, exactly. But just to give a little context, the city's law requires that property owners maintain indoor temperatures at 68 degrees during the day. That's 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. if outdoor temperatures are below 55, and they must maintain a minimum of 62 overnight. As you said, the first thing tenants should do is contact their property owner or property manager. In most cases, they can restore services most quickly. If services are not restored, they should contact 311 and file a complaint, which will come to my department.
And now, Josh, I'm sure people listening right now hear those temperature numbers that you just announced being the kind of the baseline and say, that's ridiculous. That's still freezing, especially when it's 20 degrees, outside. How difficult, is that for people that are actually being forced to adhere to those numbers?
Well, when you say adhere to, like in terms of the property owners,
because we've done plenty of stories on property managers being like, well, hey, we just did a story this morning, as a matter of fact, on a property owner saying, well, we've met the baseline, which is 62 degrees, but when it's 18 or it's 8 out, 62 degrees in an apartment is still going to be very cold.
Yes. Again, though, the indoor temperature is sort of regardless of what is the temperature outside. So the property owners must maintain that. So if that requires the provision of additional heat to meet that threshold, then that's what they must do.
So once a renter does file a complaint, what happens next? How does HPD respond?
So HPD will attempt to contact the property owner to notify them that a complaint was filed. Again, in most instances, property owners are able to restore services most quickly. We will also reach out to the tenant to confirm whether services have been restored. If we are unable to confirm that they've been restored, or we receive a confirmation that heat is still below the necessary required threshold, we will dispatch a uniformed city inspector to conduct a heat inspection.
And I guess, Josh, what I was alluding to before is what I'm going to ask you now. What rights do the tenants have if a landlord who's been contacted and they've gone through all the proper channels, but that landlord repeatedly fails to provide heat or hot water?
Yeah, so a couple of things in terms of that. So if we are able to conduct an inspection and determine that the conditions warrant a violation, HPD will attempt to stay in contact with both the property owner and tenant to ensure that services are restored. If tenants are occupying a rent-controlled unit, they should reach out to the Division of Homes and Community Renewal, which is a state agency, to determine if a rent reduction may be in order. And finally, housing court is also an option to tenants, where tenants can initiate litigation and seek compliance that way as well.
Hey, Josh, as I kind of alluded to before, we do a lot of stories on a lot of people complaining that the conditions of their home are not adequate or insufficient or whatnot. Are you guys inundated with people calling with issues at this stage, especially when it gets really cold like this?
Yeah, the last several days has absolutely seen a huge increase in complaints about heat and hot water. We have uniformed inspectors essentially working around the clock to respond to those complaints.
And if you've got a stack of complaints that are a mile high, how is it? I'm sure you're inundated. So how are you able to then get to all those people?
So we've increased staffing levels, and we did this before the storm arrived, just so we could sort of, hit the ground running in anticipation of the cold spell and the winter storm. And we respond to complaints as quickly as we can.
All right, Josh, thanks. We appreciate you taking a few moments. I know you're busy.
All right. Thank you very much for helping us get the word out.
We really appreciate it. Okay, stick with us all week as we take you through this dangerous cold weather. You can get your first alert forecast anytime on CBSNewYork.com or on the CBS News app.